Alrighty, today feels like Christmas. Been waiting 3 months for these, and they're finally here. Let's bring the camera down and have a look. Okay, so even though I say finally these wheels have arrived, I ordered these about 3 months ago. They were in the process of doing like a big batch run, so that's why I had to wait. By the time I paid for these and they were shipped, it's been 6 days from Italy. So that's amazing. At the same time, when these were shipped, I ordered a new set of tyres, which were coming from Brisbane. They're still 1,500 k's away. They haven't arrived yet. So good job for FedEx getting these here. Bad job Australia Post, still waiting on my tyres. Where are they? But anyway, we're gonna open these up. I don't know what's in this box. I'm guessing it's Cush drive parts, but this top box here will be the rear wheel. So let's crack that open now. I had to change what I ordered a little bit. Initially, I wanted a 3-inch wide rear wheel, but they weren't making them in the batch. So I've gone with the OEM size. But I did change one little thing. Let me open these up. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Look at that. So I've gone with the red center. Fully tubeless setup. Look at that. Good to go. Oh, these are way thicker. The rims, hang on, let's fold this back. So the rim lip on these is way thicker than the OEM. So if you want to know what sort of rims they are, they're Excel Takasago rims. Then they re-drill from a blank to match their centers. Awesome. So I just went with red centers for something different. Full tubeless. They've got this full, big, thick, black, like volcanic rubber. It's like vulcanized there. And a different setup. Oh, they feel all slippery because they're covered in a bit of oil. But yeah, these are going to be good to go. I think the spokes are even thicker. Let's just quickly measure that. Okay, let's throw the calipers on these, just for a quick test while we're doing nothing else. They're 4mm. And the OEM ones, just quickly throw it on there. OEM are 3.5. So yeah, slightly thicker spokes as well. I do like this lacing setup a lot better. Let's put this one back in the box for a second and get the front out. Now the fronts I changed up a little bit. It's just started raining here. Hopefully it doesn't get too noisy. So the front, I went with 1.85 wide, just to get a bit more purchase with the tyre, make the tyre sit in there a little bit better. So compromises on-road a little bit, so you got a little bit more flex from the tyre, but this is the way I wanted to go. Look at that lacing setup, that's crazy. It's nearly as thick as a solid wheel in the middle there. This here, look at that center hub. That's handy. ABS side. These are much higher quality than them, that is for sure. Much, much higher. Once again, tubeless. That's crazy. I'd love to say I'd get these on the bike right now, but yeah, still waiting on the tyres. Hopefully they're here tomorrow or the next day. So I want to get these bad boys on. Have a look at these centers though. All billet. Now you can get these in a few different colors. Black, silver, red, I think yellow and blue. Yeah, I just went with the red. This is the part that they had to machine and then match to the wheels and then put their tubeless system in. So tubeless system's got a 4-year warranty. Yeah. Some sort of paperwork. And yeah, shows you which way to put everything, which is good. Let's have a look what's inside the little box. Should be all the cush drive components. Packaging, cush drive components. Husqvarna KTM. So cush drive is based off those bikes. You see there? So rather than the pin setup that the OEM setup has, which not sure if good or bad thing, but yeah. Oh, one thing they forgot, it might be somewhere else. No sticker. Oh, it's all about the stickers. Okay, the final piece of the wheel puzzle has arrived. New tyres. Now everyone's obsessed with the weight of these and the weight of the rims, so let's whip it out and give it a bit of a weigh. Okay, so brand new front dual venture, 21 90/90. The kitchen scales were moving around a bit too much, so we'll use the luggage scales. 4,780 grams. Don't believe me? Here we go. All right, that is the front. Front rim. Let's grab the front rim. Okay, so now we've got the Bart's tubeless front. Now this is a 1.85 inch wide. OEM is 2.15, so I'm expecting this to actually be a bit lighter than OEM. $4,800 flat. 4.8. So of course we don't have the brake rotors or anything on here yet, but just going rim for rim. Once I take the brake rotors off the factory ones, I'll weigh the rotors and then we can work out exactly how heavy that original rim is because I weighed that with the rotors last time. So the company where I got the tyres from, they're always pretty good. They like to send some stuff. Okay, so brand new Motoz Tractionator 150/70/18. The company I got this from, they're pretty good. They always send a bag of lollies, which is motorcycletirewarehouse.com.au. Not sponsored, but they're just good to deal with. Throw it there for a second. Oh, what else we got? Sticker. And how much I paid for them. All right, let's get rid of this. Find out the weight of one of these tyres. Just zero it. Let's lift. $8,890 grams. So pretty much 8.9 kilo is the weight of one of them. Okay, let's do the rear. Just gonna have to thread this through. Ding. Just hold it across the side. Okay, so the Bart's rear, this is OEM 4.5 inch. 6,470. So 6,470 grams. Let's get the tyres on. Let's do that. Let's get these bad boys on. I'll do the rear first. Why not? Okay, I'm not going to film putting the tyres on, but I've got the protectors, so I can slot the protectors on, lever them on so I don't chip the wheels. Hopefully, anyway. I'll let you know how that goes. Then when you're done, just pull these off, like so. I'll let you know how they go. So to remove the rear sprocket, these nuts do look a little bit weird, but they're nothing more than a standard 12-point 14mm. So you can fit a standard ring spanner on there to get them off. Obviously you need to tighten these up, and I think these need to be tightened to 55 Newton meters once it's back on. I'll check that before I put it back on, but yeah, if you need to get them off and get it back on in a hurry, standard 14mm ring spanner does fit. Otherwise, 12-point 14mm socket will do the trick. There we go. And that's the differences in the cush drive. So we've gone from a pin with like a rubber sleeve to the KTM style little pads. Not sure which is better, doesn't worry me. As long as I can get spare parts, and I know the KTM ones that the Barts use, you can get them, not a problem at all. The sprocket was to come off. There we go. I can go back on there. Then to take the brake rotor off, T40 bit. Okay, so I got the tyre on the rear one. It was pretty good, just left the tyre out in the sun for like an hour. All right, now let's fit these KTM parts to a Ducati. Gonna put all this on first, and then I'll balance the wheel. I might have to change the way I balance them. I usually use stick-on weights, but because the front's narrow and I've got the spokes down the middle now, I normally put the weights in the middle, but I don't know if there's going to be enough room. Maybe on the rear I think there will be, but the front will be a different setup. Let's give it a bit of a dry lube spray. Good to go. I'll just clean up the sprocket, put the sprocket back on, and it's time for the brakes. All right, I should have just filmed that whole tyre change, because it took 3 minutes to get the tyre on and 5 minutes for the rear. Much easier to get on over these rims rather than have a protrusion that you got to try and get it over. And I think being 1.85 wide, it just wanted to fit it a lot better. Okay, so now I need to take the front off to get the brake rotors all fitted up before we balance these bad boys. And just an update on these that go over the rims before you put the tyre on. Don't worry about it. They're a heap of crap. Just if you're worried about scratching your rims, just use some masking tape. Not one scratch, and we're good to go. Time to put the rear sprocket back on. It says 55 Newton meters and Loctite 243. So we'll get all that sorted. And then we'll get around to tighten them up. Not using too much, just a little bit. There actually was none on this when I took the original one off, so don't know what the go is there. Yep. Good to go. Same deal for the brake side. Bit of Loctite, and these get done to 25 Newton meters. Okay, rear wheel is ready to get balanced. Okay, so let's work out how balanced these are. So the heaviest spot I thought would be that there. Obviously not. The rear is actually fairly balanced. The old rim had 25 grams of weight on it. I don't think I'm going to worry about putting any weights on the back there at all. Okay, so this is the OEM front with the rotors. The only difference is it has a heavy duty tube inside. So let's see how much it weighs. Let's stop spinning. $15.23 kilos. There we go. 15.23. I'll put the rotors, okay, so I'll take the rotors off now and put them on the new rims. We'll do the same thing, and then we'll weigh that. Okay, front brake rotors get done up to 30 Newton meters. There we go. Let's see how much it weighs. Okay, the OEM setup with a half-worn Pirelli and a tube was 15.23 kilos. So look at what this one is. Zeroed. Stop spinning. 13.05. There you go. 13.05. So even though we're looking at a brand new tyre as opposed to a half-worn one, the tube definitely makes up for it, and these rims are a little bit narrower. So it'd be good to know who has a 2.15 width Bart's tubeless to see how much that one weighs. But at the moment, we're putting on a stronger rim that's a lot lighter. As if that's not a win. I think the 10 gram weight is right on the money. Okay, everything is back together. Check out those billet hubs. Look at those. Nice little bit of red in the rear. All good to go. Now take it for a little bit of a test ride. Now I think we need to go on a bit of a trip. Just need to make sure everything's all good to go. Chains all lubed up. Billet hubs. New wheels. New tyres. We are good to go.